on one way to do things. Wait, which one is this one? Oh, that's a way to start something. Yeah, fine. Easy. Right, yeah. Yeah, I've got true ending on my mind. I just thought like, oh wait, yeah, no, it's the other one. No. I feel like I get in the habit of just stopping doing that. It's really bad. Like I need to actually pay attention to what I'm doing and which category I'm doing. At like any given point. Otherwise we're gonna have that mess of Chronos like I did yesterday. Well, before. Yeah. Way to date it. It's a local recording, way to date it. Well. I didn't save a date, so that's fine. That could be subjective. I'm already rambling. We're at 2 minutes 1 minute and 20, I'm already rambling because I'm just there. All over the place. NMG. Beloved. The more I try and stay away, huh? The more it pulls me back. I don't know why I'm hitting. Yeah, I can just hit that part of the controller. No. I was like, well, I have a little bit longer before I have to like do the stuff. Cool. Okay. I mean, I'm just like confused. Sonic just decides to not punch? Which is just a thing, I guess? Can't do tutorial skip because that's illegal. Not like I can do it anywhere. It's not like I can do it anywhere. Trying. Only matters is you try. Nothing else. I mean, the last one being the batch of 10 is kind of upsetting, because it's just like, oh, well, I mean, I just side loop 2 extra times for, like, no reason then. Here's a stage that, like, you don't see anymore. There's a lot of those, actually. Yeah, Kronos is like... Actually, yeah, though, what is, what's World Record Kronos? It's like 3 minutes. No, that's like 6, isn't it? That's about the time I get blue, isn't it? I guess. Oh boy. You know what? I still like this stage. I still like One Dash Jam. It's the removal from any percent is upsetting though. Its removal from any percent was upsetting. It still is. I mean, Thursday's music is rare and far between, but like... Actually, no, I don't think there's any bad bits of music. I don't think out of the stages that are done, which I think is probably a good thing. Well, I guess I should do the thing, I guess. I'll wait until after the bridge is done. We can't like, not or at these bridges. Hey, at least, unlike the one in Oranus, I'm actually going to go across it. Well, that's new. Alright, okay. So, NMG stuff, yeah. There's a lot of stuff that, like, that's kind of, like, not allowed. It's going to affect a lot more of the back end of the game than it is, you know, affect the front half of the game. Like Ares and Chaos and Forward would be affected more than Cronus and Ares are. I'm sorry if I'm pausing, I'm just having to think at the same time as do stuff, and it's quite hard for me to do that sometimes. So, you're not allowed to do any really fancy movement that could, like, I don't know, like launch yourself really high or really long sideways. You can't slingshot or like. Okay, I'll quote the terminology correctly. You can't do any form of DSS. In case people have actually forgotten what its actual name was. This is basically just you can't do. I'm translating them all. You can't do HSP or slingshot, but they're all variations of DSS anyway. Can't do hit and run. Not like anyone does hit and run, really. I don't even think there's a hit and run in the 80% route, actually.
I guess that's one of the Titans keeping aiming.
I can't trigger bosses early. So I have to, like, go to the boss through the intended, like, cutscene at the end after doing everything.
You
have to do all map mysteries.
Immediately.
Well, no map mysteries.
Where'd you come from? Are you trapped too?
Do not approach the Titan.
Is it the stipulation on map mysteries, or is it the...
I've got a job to do.
Gonna run out of cutscene.
If we are fortunate, it will destroy you.
Fun fact about this cutscene, by the way. Given all the ways that we can skip cutscenes, they don't work on this cutscene. This cutscene remains unskippable, pending future knowledge. When I went out of cutscene, I'm just booting up SRC to have a look, so I'm actually quoting this correctly. The one time it decides to be slow. Oh no, it just... Okay, so it doesn't say map challenges specific. It doesn't say map mystery specifically, it just bans pinball skip specifically. Right, okay.
Okay. I'm not taking that thing down the traditional way.
And,
and maybe a little bit of luck.
Right. get to like do a little bit more, and I'll go for the rest of them. Like those are the main important ones, really. It's like they have this affected already, so you can't slingshot around chaos, and you can't pinball skip your way out of pinball, which means pinball is in a category in the game. Actually, it's in 2, but ignore that fact. It's in 2, but shush. We're not talking about 100% here, so. Still fine. I'm gonna pay attention because obviously getting to do the entire island means you're subjective to all like the Chaos Emerald mini games on the other 2 islands that you otherwise just ignore. And 2 of the 4 of them are really bad. I wonder if I'm getting an example of how bad it is without trying to get one. Oh, no, he nearly decided he wanted to go backwards. Okay, no, that's upsetting because the Coco were actually well behaved. Sometimes you'll run up to them and they won't go forward, but they'll just go backwards. Who are you? I have to remember the sidestep a lot, and I normally just forget about it, but like I should be doing the boost sidestep thing a lot, but is allowed. I'm looked down, so I lost track of where I was. -7, the only stage in the entire run that you don't do 100% of. It's an interesting fact. Because Chrono's key count is quite low, you can grab 3 keys and then get another 3 keys. You only need 6 keys after you get off of Vegetorial Island, so it gives you enough keys to unlock Wyatt. I mean, the other things on the list that are banned is like you would expect it to be banned. So like, oh yeah, I can't gauge you that one time. You also can't do 3D and 2D in cyberspace, which is weird given the stage choice, but the stage is faster anyway. So we still do 3-2 regardless. Also, welcome to Swingers in the Air, where I have to like pray that RNG wasps don't get in my way. It's funner than it looks. I mean, it's interesting. It's interesting and unique, right? As far as the mini games in this game go. Considering they're quite proud of the hacking minigame, it appears a lot more than any other ones. Here's the first interesting bit of tech, I guess. Right, so normally you have to kill the tower to get a spring. That is slow, so we're just gonna land on that box, launch off of that box, and then just hit the spring. Now, alternatively, there is also this loop but if I get the angle right, I can just... Nope, okay. It's fine, it's relatively safe. Where am I? Okay, I'm on this side. Yeah, you can launch from that loop to the top. Like, the angle was slightly off, I think. Or I didn't have this height. You can get white quite quickly. It's unique. You make the most out of your movement being as limited, I guess. Kind of have no choice, really. That reminds me, because I just thought about it. Yeah, I thought about the fact that, like, oh yeah, you have to make the most out of your movement, which means you can't like do the funny like dashes upwards. And then I was like, oh yeah, I should probably learn slam before going into Giganto. That would be important. You know, normally I learn it before I start like doing swingers in the air, but like brain's all over the place sometimes for learning them. It's openly to admit that everybody got stuck on that puzzle when this game came out. Like even when I see other people like come and try and do it, and like obviously like the first time they've done it in like a while, so or without looking at how to do it, it's a mind-boggling puzzle. It's just annoying that the solution is that simple. And that's without doing any of the weird stuff, I guess. Ah, Giganta. What are we gonna do today, Giganta? Like, my least favourite boss in the entire game. Not because of the boss itself, it's because of the way he has behavioural tendencies. We'll see. That might be too low. There's nothing really different about him. He just, like, the only difference, I guess, is you can climb him. What are we doing? Yeah. Okay. Fine. Oh, well. I'm not mashing enough. Cool. I mean, I half-heartedly mashed, so I guess. Half fun. Well. Yeah. That's a thing. Cool. Try this again then, yeah. This time not get hit by a laser on his back, yeah. Yeah, no, that's just like a thing that the Ghetto does. Yeah, if you get hit while going in the upside of animation, you just... While in the animation where you go up after slightly bigger, you just get like soft lock, and there's nothing you can do until he falls down. It's just a thing, unfortunately. Ares Island. Is it the longest island? Hold that thought. I need to check that. So, Ares has a interesting problem when you can't skip it. Yes, that token count is that high, as seen on the split. It is 242. That isn't a joke. That's a lot of tokens. It's a big island, but yeah, it's a lot of tokens. And I'll probably spend more fun, more interesting things. So, on the way back. There's a lot of strays, and it is kind of a... I'm trying to remember. Yeah, the routing's weird, because it's... The routing around strays is weird. I'm trying to remember it on the fly, really, because, like, it's... I'm having to do that thing where I'm having to think and talk at the... Think about what to say, and then talk, and then do at the same time. Ah, half circumspected. Causes me to, like, do that where I'm, like, stuttering pretend. Yeah, no, there's a lot of stray gathering. I think it's about... Probably looking at about, like, 60 strays altogether, I think. Granted, Optimal Orinus has more stray gathering, I think. Or just as many stray gathering. There is a lot of big spots. We will be utilising all but one of them. And the only one that isn't being used is... It's only not being used because it's so far out the way. Yeah, so... I guess I'll talk about that when I get to blue. Just saves me having to think about like what I'm gonna say for it, while also. Okay, so now that I'm like clear of a lot of minute so like you will see me like do like okay, so I can't, there's a technicality. Text storage to skip cutscenes isn't banned in NMG. However, skipping the chase sequence is. So this does leave a quite interesting area where, if I get this right, I can use the text storage from this strider here. And instead of running to the end of the escape sequence, I'm just gonna die and skip back cutscene. I still do the escape sequence. Not breaking the rules. No, it's fine. Like this is no, it's fine. Text storage isn't allowed. Text storage, as we know, it doesn't break anything else, so it's like. And funnily enough, that's the only really optimal use it has, is skipping that one cutscene. Because doing the one for night isn't worth it. Just purely on a setup time alone. So like I can work this out. It's probably about like 25 seconds faster. But just watch the cut. It's basically the cutscene. The value of the cutscene is greater than the setup time.
Final warning. Leave.
Sure, it's slower than.
That was a warning?
It also means I'm over here, and it also means the game is in 30 FPS. That's not a problem because nothing fancy will be happening while the game is in 30 FPS. There'll be no like secret gear duping or anything happening. No. It's just so little that happens. It's just movement that it doesn't matter. The game's in 30. The game will eventually not be in 30 when I enter 2-3. It does mean I have to look at it, but I can't like say the things I normally like to say about it because it's not what this is about, I guess. The short answer is I don't really like it. I don't really like the stiff like camera turn image that it leaves. So, we're not gonna kill any. You don't kill any guardians anymore. You just use dig spots. As like interesting as that is. So you use that dig spot behind the wall, and then you come up here and use the dig spot by the dish gun thing. I forget what this is. And then yeah, that's all the gears for the silent that we need. Goodbye 30 FPS gameplay. I hardly knew ye. Feel the speed cap, which is weird. Because you go on a rail at a 2D level and you can feel it slower. Or feel it's faster than just normal. Oh well. It's fine. Game is back to normal. There's an interesting, like, something I haven't tested, but I think is the case, is that, like, it's faster to, like, just getting back to where I should be, it's fine. It's... Okay, that's a thing that happened. That is a thing that happened. We'll take that one then. I believe it is faster if you get the keys before coming out of stages. Because I think you can skip the emerald cutscene faster from the first stage cutscene. Just because of the way it's set up. Instead of it having to stop game. Okay. Oh, do I have a... Am I gonna make my first cock-up of the splitting situation? There isn't a split for drain. No, okay, I'm fine. It's fine. Yeah, because of the way the game is made, the way the game objects are designed, like you can use that missile launcher and the crane at the end without having to talk to the Knuckles beforehand, even though the game kind of wants you to. I'm still not sure if that's just I'm still trying to work out if that was just like an oversight or it's actually supposed to be that way normally. But judging how Kronos works, or Kronos and Ornus work, I think it's an oversight. Or it might just be a byproduct of when they split the island. And chaos certain areas is how it's supposed to work. Anyway, yeah, Radical Highway. Nothing much to say. So I'll come out of this and I'll have exactly the amount of keys for white, which is... Actually, no, now coming back to that point, I think it is just faster because you're not having... The gameplay doesn't have to stop to play the cutscene. Oh well. It's daytime again. Is it in lens flare positioning now? You know what? We'll go safe. Go the way that's safer. You can do like the ledge boost thing over it, but like if you fall down, you're then just kind of stuck. And yeah, like I said, dig spots are important. So. Oh wait, no, I don't. Right, so going to yellow. Actually, I've got nothing for this. I mean, it's relatively cool to do quickly. It's definitely more interesting than white's is. Oh, Sonic, don't do this. I'm doing the thing where you can't see the emerald. I mean, they're gonna like you just do another mini family gathering. Except you're gonna sandstorm with the bombers off. Okay. That's a more accurate representation of this game. That's a more one. There we go. Go in the correct direction. And now the splits all over the place, aren't they? Well, not that badly. I mean, the game has two halves, but yeah. I mean, best defense doesn't salvage it. I don't like where that camera's facing. Yeah, we're fine. Sometimes if you're not positioned correctly, you can trigger the bauble enemy in the middle. And then you're just like unhappily like stuck. Even interesting thing about that, so many tokens. I actually have way too many actually. Yeah, I'm like one short now. Huh. Okay, I guess I'll just go the normal way then. In a mess of that one. Yeah, just like with the drain, you can just use the drain before talking to Knuckles. Saves you having to go there and go there. Obviously talk to him and just go back. Any way you approach this, you're always going to be Crane side. Well, the Crane control side, so it's like, it's just always just worth going straight at the Crane. Perfection. Yeah, there was that time I accidentally forgot to talk to Knuckles and I just went through the game. It's a thing I did once. Got so excited to go fight Wyvern I forgot to like activate the trigger for the Wyvern fight. Well, the intended trigger. Oh well. I mean, apart from like not obviously going straight to the top, nothing else really changes. So, obviously Chaos is relatively changed. Ominous is the same-ish. Obviously, for the sake of my own sanity and not having to, like, I obviously thinking about Ominous, being quick on Ominous is fine, but like, so I'm just gonna do 3 stages on Ominous instead of 2, or even 1. There is routing for both 1 and 2 stage Ominous that exists. 2 stage being very similar to what 80% does, minus the slingshots, and then 1 being something that an NMG can do because of the way how much slower pace the round is. Just for the sake of finishing a run, it's easier if I just do 3 stages because it's the most easy fallback option. All of those just missed. Wyvern, are you okay? I actually nearly caught up to him normally. I didn't move, did I? Now the music's off. Oh well. That sounds the longest boss fight in the game. Technically, anyway. I mean, who is the shortest boss in the game in an actual, like, supersonic fight? It's Supreme, isn't it? Or is it... Anyway. Something to think on later. No, I'm not using you. Okay, forget what I'm doing. It's important. So that's a bad one. Oh well. It's fine. As long as I can get onto that, I'm fine. Go fast as long as I can get onto that. So, there is obviously some differences. Obviously, not being able to like move across the island at like maximum at the speed cap is one of them. A lot of obviously, there's no... The inherent island progression is the same. I should probably check so I actually have a camera. Okay, I'm fine. I think. Yeah, I'm well fine actually. Yeah. $21, which is 11. Just counting points on my head. And how many I need, how many a minimum I would need to get from Chaos, and it's 11. Yeah, so like, you still go through the same progression motions, like, you have to talk to Tails, you have to get all the keys, you have to get all the... Funnily enough, the stages that are used are exactly the same. all of them except for one are done the same way. You can't do 2D and 3D in cyberspace stages. Do get to do that though, I guess. Oh yeah, I guess that gets to work, yeah. I guess there is something different I get to do, yeah. Oh, I mean, apart from the island in general. So, anyone who's played this casually knows that there is this obscenely long rail trail that you have to go to get to Blue. What I'm gonna do is I'm just going to skip it. Using nothing other than the boost and side step. But first things first, a little bit of stray gathering, just because you need something to make up for like lost token. Yeah, like I need a little bit more strays to make up for lost token count, but come on, Sonic. Ah. Sometimes I can get him to keep his momentum, sometimes you just can't. It's fine either way. I do need to go into the Oasis, so I can't not go into the Oasis. I had NMG on my brain for any percent on my brain for a second there. I was like, oh yeah, no, I just go straight up. But no, I need to get the. Yeah, I need to actually get the other gear that I need. Right, normally it's supposed to go over there to the left, and then just do like a whole like convoluted long rail chain around. But with a little bit of ingenuity on trick launchers, you can skip all that. And then I'm at Blue. Like a minute faster. Probably more than a minute faster. More than a minute. Slightly more than a minute faster, but.
Well, what will you do?
Like I said earlier, hypothetically, you could skip this cutscene. It would be legal to skip this cutscene. It is not worth going to Blue to map walk back to get to Tails to do the thing, to do it though. The cutscene's way too short. Also, the time spent getting to Blue and then you're like, you have to then run back to Tails. It's not like you can slingshot to Tails. So you have to account for the travel time as well. It doesn't, it's slower basically. It just ends up being slower. Now, Says is a very good case where you can see how the speed is limited. how the speed limit varies depending on what you're on and what you're doing. Really weird though. Like, the speed is uncapped unless you are on a ring or a dash ring, or homing, attacking, or going or on a rail, basically. Otherwise, your speed is capped. Which you wouldn't notice unless, like, you could see it.
Impressive, right?
You don't really see it in
With unexpected
Wes because
parameters.
you're rarely ever on things that would increase your speed. But, like, because of that rail, the two rails and the two springs that you have to homing attack, by the way. Yeah, you can notice it. So, yeah, no, 3-2, because 3-2 is just inherently a faster stage than 3-4 is. Even when you're not doing 2D and 3D. I mean, and as for getting over there, it's like, without hitting the edge of the ruined Sonic. Be up there, please. Thank you. It's my preferred launching spot. There are so many ways up there. It's actually insane how many ways up there is. Like, creative ways up there. Oh, slower pace though. Do do do. Can I like not keep making that mistake? Oh, but dash panels in this are like. I really hope that if when update 2 comes and it adds drifting, it's like that it actually fixes this, because it's not even like funny how like comically bad it is. Like you have no sense of control, and Power Boost makes it worse. Because Power Boost is still increasing the speed that you. Well, dash it, everything, isn't it? It's weird. It's weird, I guess. Yeah, that because you're skipping that animation. You're just going straight to that. Yeah, it is fast. I guess it would be faster then. Yeah. Jimba's like no real way of. I mean, you'd have to do 3-4 then or something, but like. It just wouldn't work. Doing an objectively slower stage than 3-5. I don't know, you don't have to talk to Tails, you can just do the hacking minigame. I just like to talk to Tails because I like to teleport afterwards. Also just allows me to get the key for white, I guess, but like, even though I could get it later, but it's not going to really matter. Yeah, because if you talk to them, it teleports you to the second cutscene afterwards. Apologies, I'm going to take a primitive mode of transport real quick. I don't like weird rock launches. There's like a weird like launch you can do to get over there. I just don't like them. Just dropped a gear. Of course he just dropped a gear. Bird just dropped a gear into the abyss. He's allowed to do that. It's fine. It's just funny though. Oh, well, yeah. Cool trip, cool flip, bro. Cool flip, bro. I've got nothing to say about this. It's really weird. Gives me flashbacks to other games, but like in a weird way. I do about 400 from this one. It's fine. Victory. Find them wherever you can, because they exist. No, for yellow I got nothing. I've got nothing. I think this is the only way, man. Yeah, so I'm like 1 over, I think? Yeah, I'm 1 over. I'm 1 mem over. Oh, okay. It honestly feels like that cutscene should play before. The other one. The ordering of it just seems weird. I found the solution for you to escape from cyberspace, and then cuts to him being attacked in cyberspace as the next cutscene. It's like... it just feels like he should be attacked first, and then... he's, then that other cutscene is played. I don't know how I got a straight launch from that, like, they're quite finicky. Like, the reason why, like, you need the sidestep boost, sidestep launch off of things more often is because the geometry isn't, like, flat. Trust me, it might look like a sheer cliff edge, but it's not a sheer cliff edge, it curves down slightly. Because it curves down slightly, Sonic reacts... it either curves up slightly or curves down slightly, and Sonic reacts differently depending on which one it is. If it curves down slightly, Sonic tends to launch downwards towards the bottomless pit. And if it curves upwards, Sonic just doesn't launch at all. That's why the best, like, base launches you get are, like, off of the platforming platforms, because they're, like, perfectly square. Well, they're rectangular, but they're rectangular keyword, but, like, they're the only thing with straight edges. Like, all these cliffs have weird curves and stuff to them. So, like, it's rare to get a perfect launch like that off of them. Because of the way the sidestepping one works, you're technically sidestepping off into the air, which then means you're straight, which means you launch straight. It's okay. How many do I need? And fine. You know what? Fine. Because if I get these, then I don't have to get whites. Not as many of whites. Oh, time to go and get Wyatt. Oh no, I have to go and get White. If only there was some interesting way that I could get it. Smiley face. Yeah, there's some funny things you can do. So, obviously there's this rail going up, and then you get locked into 2D relatively quickly. However, if I can, nope. Yeah. I'll set up again, sorry. Can you like go the correct way up the rail, please, Sonic? Because you need to hit the rail before that camera trigger, above that camera trigger. And because these sticky walls are double-sided, you can just go along the back. I am now have 3D control in a 2D section outside of cyberspace, so it's fine. And I can go straight away. Excuse you, game launch, please. See what I mean about the terrain being weird? Because if it's like, if Sonic hits something that isn't flush, he just like bounces off of it and doesn't launch properly. Yeah, well, anyway. Time for the reason that nobody runs this category. I can only assume. Pinball is finicky. It's what backup saves are for, really. You have backup saves for pinball skips and stuff. I was like, yeah, no, you just like. I think for like any run of this game with a marathon, you just have a skip post pin, a save post pinball, because it's just. Both pinball skip and pinball are just annoying sometimes. Two-ball pinball. The pinball music is probably the best part of the entire experience, though. However, everything else about it is just bad. Like, the physics feel really weird because of the magnetic surfaces and all that on the corners and stuff that the ball's just attracted to. Which sometimes just causes it to lose all momentum and just, like, stop in midair sometimes. For, like, reasons that I can't figure out. Sometimes you'll get in awkward situations where you can't hit basic red rings. Sometimes you'll get, like, times where it'll hit a wall and it'll rebound backwards. Because weird magnetic physics like that. That's a good example of it. It's like, that should go up and around, but then for some reason it doesn't. Yeah, you really don't start getting the points until you get to like 128 or 256. You really struggle to get points otherwise. And I don't need to go for that red ring. It's like, you're better off just trying to get the rings. Worth more points. Well, together they're worth more points. I'm only losing a minute, it's not that bad. Oh, I can try and do this thing, I guess. Is this slower? Yes. Is this cool? Yes. So, bonus value outweighs speed. I don't have the distance, do I? So I'm gonna be too high up or too low down. Yeah, I can get it. It's fine. There's like a frame where you can grab the emerald during the fall, and you skip this whole bit. Oh, come on now. Figure it out. There we go. Oh. It's fine. You helped me up, it's fine. Oh, wait. Okay, you can climb up it, okay. Weird. Little weird. Going back to earlier. No, like Supreme's faster. I think. Either that or it's Shigata. Knight is probably actually like relatively fast if you factor in a lot of other stuff. Like he's very he triggers his cutscene at like 20% health. You'll never see it because the only time you ever see it is 100%. Because you don't side with them, you don't side with anyone 100% post together. You just cross slash into death because you have max stats. Just melting. So you melt through the first phase, you don't even like wait for him or nothing, you just like lock slightly onto him and then immediately like quick cross slash him before he gets even to put his shield up. Immediately into phase 2. He probably is the fastest boss you can do. If stats are permitted. Anyway. Ah, but then likewise you can melt. No, well you can't really melt again, so it's... You can, but then the lasers just stopped you from doing anything. Well, I guess. But... enough about those. time for Rhea. Where actually, there's a funny thing about Rhea, and I probably can talk. I can talk about it. It's something to talk about. There's nothing really to say about the island. There's nothing that spectacular with it, really. However, as I've said, like obviously, you have like pre-slingshot discovery, and you have like times before slingshot discovery and stuff, right? Rhea's NMG has obviously been it's been exactly the same because nothing can change, but it didn't really differ from any percent until slingshot was found. Oh, but granted, you go straight to the top of like the first tower and the last tower, I think it was, you went to. You went straight to the top of them, I think. Oh, but the rest was like you got to Tower 2 this way, you went to Tower 2 this way. You did Tower 2 this way. It's an interesting time piece from a different time, I guess, but... I only lost 10 rings for that. That's actually impressive. There's a bunch of like interesting like stuff that can happen. Like there's a good launch from that tower to this tower. Which gets you like halfway up there. But it's very finicky to pull off. And of course I get here and I just missed the platform going up. Of course. I think 3 is the longest. I think 3 is the longest. Just because of how high up you end up. You don't end up that high, like unless you like. Oof. Ooh. That's a thing. Tower stress isn't supposed to be until the end. I don't know what nerf that was. Like I went beyond the trigger for the wall to come up. Well, not the wall. Like the invisible wall to come up that would just force you to be on the right path. That's something now. It's Tower 4. It's the one where you would like do a bunch of combat to get up here. You skip pretty much all of the combat in it. Obviously, apart from the ones that are just in your way normally. Tower 5 is mostly... Tower 5 is like halfway up, and then Tower 6 is also halfway up. It's like... as cool as it is to like go straight to the top of towers. Yeah, you skip half of... probably like half of each tower apart from 3, I think. Or you can skip half of 3. You can skip half of 3. You have to hit like the corner of that launch, which is really finicky. Reload that autosave because I don't like the way that launched me. There we go. Yeah, I was gonna miss like more of the tower if I kept it with that one. So I was going more down than straight. There we go. It's stressful because it's the one at the end and like there's very little recovery you get from it. It's not a sub 8 one though. Could be better. I can do better. These splits are set up for 3 stage, so I'm just gonna do 3 stages. Oh, that's perfect. I'd love to see it. The free stage has no real thing. I'm just mostly buying tokens.
Oh, big!
So instead of getting strays, I'm getting keys.
Hey, can you? What night if you frog? Would you like to try?
This rail can be done with 80, but I'm just gonna use all 88. What is the longest? Is Ares the long? Ares is the longest island, isn't it? Yeah. Interestingly enough. Bing. Cookies. Four more. Oh yeah. It's fine. It's just stressful. Right, okay, fine. I mean, that should be enough for it, because it should be enough, but I'm just gonna get the... Yeah, go to the 88 and be fine. Have 88 written down on the splits, so just like, but that could just be outdated information. It's really finicky. Right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In fact, I should have. Sorry, it tells me. Oh no, wait, no, yeah, that's fine. That is right, yeah. So I should come out of this with blue and red? No. Okay, just blue. Okay, terrible 2D camera trigger. Fine, I'll leave. It runs me into him. That's unavoidable. I call hacks. It's upsetting, really. I just saw the platforms and thought, you know, maybe I could get a relatively good launch off of them, and I'm like, oh, wait, yeah. Funny, right? It's like funny, right? You can't do that because 2D blocks exist. It's really funny that getting over here is like that easy. Yeah, it's kind of weird, like the stuff that you can like launch off like that. It's kind of weird what it leads to, what kind of results it leads to. Yeah, that is fine. 16's correct. Yeah. That's fine. Oh, that's what I didn't do. Okay, that's me being dumb then. Right. No, it is just killing red tower. It's fine. It's salvageable. It's fine. I suck at him without killing him without stats. Also, I parried and I still get hit by it because reasons. I never thought I'd forget to do that of all things. That's actually quite funny. So I'm supposed to buy, yeah, I'm supposed to buy a gear after I buy the keys. It's fine. I think that might just... Yeah, I like, well, I lost like a lot. I think a lot of times I just lost because of it. It's fine. If you're doing less than 3 stages, you don't buy a gear. And that's what I'm thinking of, because I'm thinking of doing less than 3 stages. When I just... Yeah, it's fine. In a messy fight with Red Tower. There's backup, I guess. Oh no, that just wouldn't happen. I just wouldn't forget to do it. If that's even the case, because I might just end up like doing 2 stages anyway, so like it wouldn't matter. Like that's only a problem because I'm doing 3 stages. Wow, losing 2 minutes. Couldn't be me. It would be funny if I get to green and the maps doesn't work out right. That would be really funny. That's exactly 16 keys for green, so that I do remember. Obviously can't be funny when getting it, have to do normal stuff. No fancy launches, no fancy tricks here. sadly. It's fine. I shouldn't be hampered by not having that stray. We'll see though. Like, yeah, you have to, like, talk to Sage before just doing the packing minigame. Cool. No, another bridge. And in keeping with tradition, I'm gonna turn around and go the other way. The door needs to be over there. We're going this way. The whole emerald progression is kind of weird. Like, I don't get why they make it so that, like, you have to go and get red, then turn around and go to green, and then turn back around and go to yellow. Oh well, for free. Thank you. I can't remember how tight. I think it's one of them. I keep forgetting like how tight it is. I can't remember like if I end up with 10 over or I end up with exactly the right rings. It's so if I'm being a little panicky around rings because like I'm scared I'll be over the amount, under the amount. That's just always the case. It's like because you don't want to have you don't want to have to do a stage again. Like you really don't want to have to do a stage again. Oh yeah, I need something from this forest, don't I? There it is. Sorry, isn't it? But if we, yeah, pretty be right. Yep, so I have...
And treasures. You'd be right at home here, Nux.
Oh, I ran right by Kenichi. Oh, okay. Well, that was lucky, I guess. Wait, yeah, there's 3. Why did I get that one? There's 3. Yeah, well, whatever. Yeah, it's me doing that thing where I'm like thinking multiple different things. I don't need to get this one now, I guess. I mean, I'll be one short, but... You know, like one token short, that's just like, that's anything. It's anything or a side-up. Yeah, when you're doing research, you have over token, you're just getting dig spots. And a couple of spheres. So yeah, that's a thing. I guess in another life I sinned or something, like, 'cause like, yeah, like it's supposed to just hit the... Like, it's supposed to hit the... the dash string immediately. Now can I? No, is my best attack some of best broken on these splits, or the supreme? Yeah, that's it. That's a bad one. It really went down instead of across. Fixing that deficit, so I don't have to worry about it. Oh, right. Done it. Just does things sometimes. That's why. Oh, I remember why. Yeah, I remember why. Because I didn't get it in under 30 seconds, or I didn't get 15 rings or something, and I didn't check. So I had to go and do 4-8 again. That's what it was. And I went all the way to what? I went all the way to Cyan and then got Cyan all the way to Sutton. Yeah, so I had to go back. Oh yeah, that was funny. It's fine. Change too early. Hey man, they're really proud of that hacking minigame. They're so proud of it. They made it 3 times, and they made the secret boss that. They are really proud of that game. We get stuff like SOS backup. Yeah. Stuff like SOS backup is just like, nah, no one really cares. We'll just throw this here. Even though its concept is a lot cooler than... Yeah, I'm not cross-slashing Supreme. I don't care. I prefer sanity. The boss is jank. I don't like it. So... You should go, right? Yeah. Fighting RNG and Supreme at the same time is kind of annoying, so it's just like, I'll try to avoid it as much of it as I possibly can. The RNG of it to spawn it in front of me. Oh.
Is that it?
Sadly, it's normal ending, so yes it is. Pretty much.
All we did was chase it out of its shell. It's retreating into space to regain its true form. Even Supersonic won't be able to stop it. I know what I must do. I must... leave you.
I understand. Go. Fulfill your function.
Hurry, before it regains its full strength.
Ladies first.
Ladies first. Be careful, dear daughter. He took your home world. He took your lives. Are you going to let him do it all over again? I need your help. We can end this. Please.
I mean, I didn't make the joke. It's not worth it. Like you can see like the controls for dark shot, light shot on the bottom of the screen. Like it doesn't hide the fact that it cuts.
Now or never.
Like it cuts right as the gameplay sequence starts out the cutscene. But unfortunately, the controls still display on the screen. Unfortunately, is a thing, I guess. But like, yeah, whatever. It's the way they've designed it, so it's not much you can really do. Yeah, it's up to Hooray, I guess. It's still slower than my true. It's still unironically still slower than my true ending. It's the actual funny part is that still slower than my true ending run. My true ending is a 159, and we have to bear in mind that it's a 159, and it includes a 5-minute boss fight at the end.
Please, look after Father.
Insane. Oh, like 4 and a bit minutes. Actually, no, I worked it out. It was like 4.5 to 5 minutes. The fight at the end. Oh well, it's enough of that. Hello, SRC.